Amazing story, and they are lucky to be alive.
You want to say close. They were very close there, no doubt about it. Well, around here, we're close to getting into that fire weather danger zone this afternoon. We've definitely got some breezes, but if you eliminate the fire danger, we've actually got some great weather going on out there. We're headed for a high today of 82 degrees, a low tonight of 52, and then back up to about 81 degrees tomorrow. But again, the wind may kind of spoil things for us out there. A reminder, the Weather Service has issued a red flag warning. It kicked in at 11 o'clock this morning and is good all the way through 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. That's for all these areas that are shaded in pink or red, depending on the color they show up at your home on your television set. Meanwhile, the rest of the state has been placed under, well, it says red flag warning, but trust me, it's not a red flag warning yet. It's fire weather watch. That just went into effect at noon today, and that too is in effect until 9 o'clock or so tomorrow afternoon. Now, here's what the wind's doing right now, and there is a little wind starting to kick up out there. Certainly the winds are not as strong as they were last week, and I really don't expect them to reach those levels, but across the board the numbers are beginning to rise. We've got 22 mile per hour sustained winds in Grants, approaching 30 miles per hour in the gust there. And notice we're getting some of the gusty weather up in the north central part of the state throughout many of the mountainous terrain. That'll include Los Alamos, back into Taos, and then as you drop down to the east side of the Sangre de Cristos there between Las Vegas and Raton, some pretty gusty conditions there as well. Again, we have that red flag warning, and you can see the parts of the state that are generally affected by that. And here's a look at what the winds are going to do over the next 24 hours. They will subside some overnight, but once we get into tomorrow afternoon, look at this corridor of green that's showing up right along and to the east of the central mountain chain. That represents wind gusts in excess of 50 miles per hour. So this is going to be one of the areas that we keep an eye on tomorrow. Today it really looks like western parts of the state will be a problem. I promise you it's not as dark outside as it might appear on that view. The sun's shining brightly for us. 74 degrees outside right now in Albuquerque. But look at the temperatures on to the south. They are really starting to warm up. We're in the 80s down that way. And the only place that's really seeing any kind of a cool down is here across northeastern New Mexico. I talked earlier today about a backdoor cold front in that area, and that weak front is now making its presence known. But that thing isn't going to stick around too long. It'll back on out, and it looks like we'll continue with sunshine for the next few days, and warm to hot weather can be expected. So here's what's going on with our temperatures. We'll quickly move from one region to the other. Take a look at the location nearest you, and you can see that those temperatures are most definitely going to be running several degrees above normal. And the southern counties from the southwest to the southeast will be in the 90s. We're even projecting parts of Eddy and Lee County to be close to 100 degrees before the day is done. Obviously, the further north you go, it won't be quite as hot, but still warm enough to create concerns. The warmer the temperature, the lower the relative humidity. And then, of course, you factor in the wind, and that's why we are talking the high fire danger for the next few days. Otherwise, looks good. 76 in Santa Fe, highs upper 70s to near 80 in the East Mountains, and 80-degree temperatures across the board in the metro. And I think we're going to keep these elevated temperatures for the next several days. And, of course, we're going to keep the sunshine all the way into the week.